Our suspect could very well be a student.
What the fuck, dude? This guy is so smart. Yo, what's up? How's it going? I'm Frank, and welcome to Death Note. Last time on Death Note, shit went down between L and L. They're both L's, but only one L's. We know the name. The other L, I literally wrote down a human question mark. Is he human? I don't know. I'm doubting it. I am doubting the fact that he is human. If he is, he's a really smart one, because the shit he pulled last episode, wow, that was insane. To get so many hints out of so little, pretty much just a live stream. And now he knows Light's somewhat location, he knows that he needs the name, and he knows that he is real. It is a great fucking head start. So yeah, that only proves to me that this is gonna be that type of a show. It's just gonna go nuts, and I cannot wait. So without much further ado, let's jump right into Death Note Episode 3.
What you're
Lint
doing right
L.
now
Taylor.
is evil.
You bastard.
Did they dub over this guy? Because a prisoner with such a nice voice?
I will hunt you down wherever you're hiding, and I will eliminate you. I am
Justice! Yes! Dealings, Episode 3. I love this show.
All right, let's start with the tip line reports.
Serial
Yes,
Murder
sir.
Special Investigation
Up to this point,
Headquarters.
and lastly, this week there were an additional 21 people who called in claiming to be Kira.
Ah. Imposters.
We didn't want to rule anything out, so we followed standard procedure and created files for all
Why
21
would they...
of them.
What? I mean, sure, I guess. Kind of weird, though.
We have confirmed that information of the heart attack victims was in fact publicly available in Japan immediately prior to their deaths.
This guy looks 40, but sounds
Concerning L's
20.
request that we investigate the time of death for each victim, we found that all of them occurred between the hours of 4 p.m. and 2 a.m. on weekdays, local time, with 68% of them occurring between 8 p.m. and 12 a.m. Weekends and holidays appear to be the exception to this rule, as the times of death vary much more widely than during the week.
That information is extremely relevant for us.
He goes to
It
school!
suggests that given the times of death, our suspect could very well be a student.
What the fuck, dude? This guy is so smart.
It's highly possible he may even aspire to be some sort of godlike figure.
I mean, he's right,
Was
but...
a very childish concept of right and wrong.
How would he know? That is insane that he deducts so much.
In the last few days throughout the world, but especially here in Japan, we've observed a dramatic decrease in the number of violent crimes committed.
Hey,
Well, I suppose it makes sense.
Good job,
We've
Light.
suspected something like that
good
would
fucking
happen.
job.
Anything else?
People are scared.
I would like you to go back and take a closer look at the exact way in which the victims' identities were made public. Be as thorough as possible.
In particular, I want to know if photos of the victims were made available to the public in Japan.
Yeah,
I'll leave it to you.
fuck's sake.
Chief! You look like you could use one of these. Sleeping much?
He's literally
Thank you.
Sherlocking
That'll
him
do the
right now.
trick. I feel all these late nights are starting to take their toll. If you'd gone on to say that we should commend Kira for doing such a great job of reducing violent crime, then yes, I might have had a little problem with that.
Oh no, no I wouldn't. That would never happen.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, he is, though. That's the...
Knew I could count on
Jesus
you, Light.
fuck.
Hey,
That's the issue.
so do you think you're ready to try a few on your own now?
Oh, sounds like Dad's home.
Welcome home, dear.
Thank you.
He's home really early today.
Hey!
Dad? We haven't seen Dad yet.
Helping your sister with her homework, you sure are relaxed.
Of course. If the police try to come after me, I'm pretty confident I've got something that'll give me the advantage.
But having a
Hey,
family.
glad you could join us for dinner. You hungry, Dad?
Yeah, it's been a long day. So, Light, tell me, how are your studies going?
Everything's okay, I guess.
Whatever. He's at the top of his class. My big brother's a genius.
That's
That's
my son. We're all proud
insane.
of you, Light.
Is everything okay, Dad? You look tired.
Yeah, I'm not able to say too much about it, but this case I'm working on now is really tough.
I can't tell if
see.
he is surprised or...
Well,
what is he
Daddy's
thinking?
a policeman.
Can't tell.
It's easy for me to hack into Dad's computer. We're on a home network, so I can copy
Oh,
the files I
shit.
need without leaving a trace. This way I can keep track of their investigation.
Is that all just on his case? Surely
Looks
not.
like the police are already beginning to suspect a student.
Oh.
I guess that means you're in trouble.
A little bit.
If I write heart attack as the cause of death, then I should be able to write down all the details, including time of death afterwards, shouldn't I? Looks like I'll be able to provide you with more entertainment now.
Is he gonna fake him out? Dude, this is literally a chess game right now. And they just started moving their pieces. Also, this music.
Inmate 148, what's wrong? Snap out of it!
I kind of feel like El is gonna know that Light knows, that he figured out that he knows about the student thing somehow. And that's how he is gonna suspect that he's got connections to the this place.
Believe this.
And he's just gonna figure out that his dad is in the police force. Done.
Does punch some holes in the theory that our suspect is a student.
Maybe not. Anybody
Or-
can skip 2 days of school.
You're missing the point. It does appear less likely now that Kira's a student. But that's not the message he's sending by doing this. Ask yourselves, why every hour? And why are all these victims in prisons where they are sure to be discovered immediately? Why not other criminals like before? I believe Kira is telling us that not only can he kill from a distance, but he can also determine the time of death.
But something's not right. As soon as we began to suspect that Kira might be a student,
Who is
the
he?
pacing of the killings changed, as if to contradict that theory. Coincidence? No. Too convenient. This can only mean that Kira has access to police information. It's obvious now. This is a direct challenge to me.
I'd say El is probably starting to sweat a little by
He
now.
knows.
What'll really make his
Easy.
job difficult is that I've deliberately left about 50 criminals alive for times like this. If El's as good as they say, by now he should be starting to suspect someone with connections to the police.
But he knows about
Kira
that
has
now,
found a
so...
way. But what does he get out of all this? What is he hoping to achieve in the end?
We're seeing more and more of him.
On the surface, it will appear that El and the investigation team are working together to try to catch me. But in reality, El will investigate the police, and they will be investigating El.
Huh.
I'm not the one who's going to find El. I can let the police do that for me. And when they do, that's when I'll eliminate him.
Okay. Okay. Alright. It's, as I said, a fucking chess game right now between these two. Death Note, how to use it. This note shall become the property of the human world. Once it touches the ground of arrives in the human world. The owner of the note can recognize the image and voice of its original owner, i.e. a god of death. Wait, the owner, didn't Ryuk say anybody who sees the notebook will see him as well? Do they need to just see the death note, or do they need to look inside of it? Or do they need to become the owner somehow? And how do you become the owner? Do you have to kill the previous owner to become the new owner? And would just writing the previous owner's name in the death notes count?
With all due respect, Chief, we're resigning. We
There we go.
demand that you assign us to a different case. Otherwise, you can have our badges right here and now.
Why? You're good cops.
Isn't
Or
it clear?
why?
It's because we value our lives, sir. We all sat here and watched when El decided to pull that media stunt and challenged Kira to kill him. Well, it was all very impressive at the time. But then again, El never had to show his face or reveal his name for that matter. Every single one of those victims' names and photos were broadcast to the Japanese public, and then they died. Unlike someone we know, we're out there investigating this case
that's-
wearing police IDs with our
better
names
hide.
and photos on them. We don't hide our faces, we're out in the open.
Sir, the truth is we could be killed by Kira at any time.
For these reasons, we refuse to continue working this case.
I mean, they are right.
X squared equals large X. Now pay attention.
Where is he
This
going?
important.
We brought the FBI to Japan 4 days ago. They're fully operational. As requested, they're now
Shadow.
gathering intel on the police.
And this is the complete list?
Yes.
There are 141 people in the police force who have access to classified information regarding the investigation. I am sure that somewhere in this list of police officers and the people closest to them, we will find our suspect.
And now he's just gonna start playing that one game where you put the heads down and try to guess who, you know, from the opponent it is on your guy. The little flip-flaps game.
First of all, I don't have anything against you. I actually think the notebook couldn't have been picked up by a better person. I'm here because I have to stick around till the death note is finished, or I see you die, whichever comes first. But make no mistake, Light, I'm not on your side or L's side.
Yeah, well, I knew that much already.
You'll never hear me say anything about whether what you're doing is right or wrong. I'm not here to support you or give you my opinion. I'm just a spectator. But as your roommate, I might have a few things to say now and then.
A roommate.
What's this about, Ryuk? Why are you telling me all this stuff now anyway?
You're being followed by another human. He's watching you right now.
And he heard him talk to himself. In a quite a creepy way.
Because I'm always following behind you wherever you go, I feel like I'm constantly being watched.
That's a problem. I'll have to get rid of him as soon as possible.
Hey, you. What's your name? Well, let's just write it down here real quick. Was it L? I don't think so. Would he go into the open like this? Also, he doesn't he has no way of suspecting him this quickly.
Above all, I need my stalker's name.
Jesus.
Once I figure that out, I can get rid of him for good.
Light, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. What makes a Shinigami and a human who has a death note different? And why do Shinigami have to write the names of humans in their death notes? It's because we are able to take human lifespans for ourselves.
Huh? Wait.
So it means that as long as we don't slack off, even if someone was to shoot us in the head or stab us in the heart with a knife, a god of death cannot die.
Yeah, but how much he has in the bank right now?
You write in your death note, your lifespan will not increase.
Does Ryuk get life out of his death note?
The second difference between us will probably be of even greater interest to you. Though this has less to do with lengthening life and more to do with cutting it short.
What do you mean cutting it short?
Shinigami can tell what a person's name is by just looking at their face. We know instantly. And do you have any idea why?
Oh shit.
Because through a Shinigami's eyes, a human's name can be seen above their head. Not only that, we see their lifespan as well.
It's like GTA Online?
That's right. I'm able to see your name and lifespan right now.
Name and a health bar.
If I convert
it's a fucking game. Tell him the name of the guy, then.
Shinigami never have to worry that they won't be able to kill a person just because they don't know their name.
But he's not gonna because he's not biased.
Every time we do take a life, we always know exactly how many years we're going to receive. However, if a Shinigami drops his death note and a human picks it up, he can grant that human the eyes of a Shinigami. But only if a deal is made, one that's been with us since ancient times.
And what's the deal?
The price for having a Shinigami's eyes is half of that person's remaining lifespan. That's all it is.
Half of my remaining lifespan?
Yeah. In other words, if you were supposed to live another 50 years, it'll be 25. If it was 1
I don't know.
then 6 months.
I see. You're saying that I can't simply borrow your powers.
He's not biased.
I'd have to pay for them.
That's right. It's a key part of the code that all Shinigami
He's gonna take it.
by.
Dude, if he would be anybody else, I would be like, hell no, he's not gonna take it. But him? I don't know.
I'll be able to know everyone's name just by looking at them. If I had that power, the death
That
note
is
would only
such a
be easier to
fucking
use.
power.
So, what'll it be, Light?
He's gonna take it. He's taking it. The fuck? What? Oh no! That ended so quickly, man. Damn it! And that has been Death Note episode 3. What a thrill! Man, is he gonna take it? Is he not gonna take it? I don't fucking know. Like as I said, anybody else would not take it. 100%. Like that's a shitty deal. But he's a little bit of a cuckoo in the head, you know. I feel like he might. I really feel like he might just go ahead and take it. He might just take the deal. He seems like the type that might wanna go all in and just live wild, die young, as I say. The MVP for this episode. The MVP for this episode shall be Ryuk, for being such a pal. He's such a nice guy, friend. He says he's not biased, but, you know, he's giving the options, he's giving the trade offers to Light, which is admirable. It is admirable, and that's what friends do. That's what the MVPs do. And for the episode itself, Turns out Detective Gordon is Light's dad, which is something, which Light of course played into, and is giving him a bit of an advantage, but again, El kind of figured out immediately that, you know, he's got some connections to the police force, and now it gave him 141, I think, names of officers that are correlated to this case. So he's just gonna start eliminating, and sooner than later, he's gonna figure it out. Like, with his smarts, no way it's not gonna take him longer than a little bit, which makes me think even more that Light is gonna take it. He's gonna take the deal, and that is gonna give him the one-up that he needs. These two are just gonna be one-upping each other. We're probably gonna soon know El's identity, and it's gonna turn out that he's got a family, but he's got some shit on Light as well, and it's just gonna be one-up, one-up, one-up until something happens. That's my guess how this show is gonna go. Probably, maybe, we'll see. Yeah, his identity is still unknown. I think they're gonna reveal it soon, probably. They're giving us more and more, so it's probably gonna happen soon. And yeah, Ryuk is being creepy as fuck, as always. Would you take the deal? Be honest now, would you take it or not? To see everybody's name and know when they are gonna die. I mean, could you really even use it for something else? Like, if you didn't have the Death Note, let's say you don't have the Death Note, you don't have murderous intentions, would there be something you could use it for? I'm thinking if Russian roulette would still be a thing, and it would be something you could bet on, and it would be like a worldwide sport, right? Hey, you could fucking scam the whole thing. Hey, Bob has like 1 minute left to live, whereas John has about a day because he's gonna keep playing this stupid fucking game. Well, guess who I'm gonna bet my inheritance money on? Poof! Millions! You couldn't have millions, billions, actually. But yeah, Russian roulette wouldn't have to exist. Anyways, yeah, is there anything else it could be used for? And was there anything that I might have missed in this episode? Leave a comment below. Have you enjoyed this reaction? Consider leaving a like or a sub if you want to see more. And if you do want to see more, you can by clicking the very first link down below. Join the Scouts today and get early access to the next week's worth of episodes, which happen to be uncensored as well. Thank you so much if you do, and with that being said, this has been Frank with some more amazing, extremely fun to watch Death Note. I hope a Russian roulette will be considered a real legal sport in the future, and also Ryuk is real and he'll give me his eyes today, and I'll be seeing you in the next one.